book is going to be for your perfect patient,
Mm-hmm.
but you could do, like what I would do is like spend, your story, and then what are the components that come up with your components of an active life or a healthy life? What are your 5 components or rules or whatever they are? And then I would do like a section of the book that goes through the major body parts and what people need, so it's back pain, hip pain, sciatica, shoulder, neck, whatever, performance, etc., and just go through and like, what are they? And then, at the end is like, how do you combine these things? What happens when you're doing these and something doesn't feel right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know when you need to basically come and see me?
Yeah.
And then it's like you give resources back to your website.
Yeah.
And it's just like, have you guys seen have you seen any of Grant Cardone's books?
Mm-hmm.
So I just got one of his books. It's like a real estate book, and it's like 22-point type. There's like 50 words on a page, but the whole time he's convincing you to invest in Cardone Capital, one of his vehicles.
Yeah.
But he's telling you why it's great, and some people don't want to do this themselves, and that's why they come and work with us. It's like, yeah, you could maybe fix yourself if you know what's wrong,
Mm-hmm. but
people who come to work with us, know what's wrong right away, and it makes their time so much more valuable and usable, and you position it that way. And the whole time you're basically selling people as to why they need to come see you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that was the idea. Is that the outline is like, it's just got to be your story, your philosophy on life. Here's the 5-6 areas that most people have trouble with.
Yeah.
And what you can do about it, and then here's what you do at the end.
And that's what I was thinking. I would make like chapters out of all like the ebooks that I would be giving out. Maybe even just say like on the website, instead of click here to get my free ebook on hip pain, like click here to get download a chapter out of my book specifically about this.
Yeah. So what are you thinking from like the free ebook?
So I'm basically saying like take those, make a shoulder, hip, foot, ankle, back, and just push them together and make one big book.
So if I were going to do that with mine, the way I think about it is each of those is independent of each other, and there's going to be a lot of repetition. So what I would almost do is I would make my back pain and hip pain sciatica book, and then I would have Aaron LeBauer's book on how to live a healthy, active life without relying on someone else.
Yeah. Okay.
Without relying on someone else, because I want people to be able to do it themselves. They can come to see me, and I can show them the keys.
Yeah.
But they don't need to rely on physicians or medications or surgery, etc.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, you got back pain. If you want the exercises, my top 3 exercises for you to do at home for back pain, go to this link. Look, these may not fix your problem. They may get you preface it like, this may not fix your problem. It may get you some better. And if you don't get results, that doesn't mean they don't work. That means your problem isn't always where you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you position it as, like, here's this other resource. Let's get you out of the book and onto my email list. What do I need to get you? Go get my free book on back pain. Go get my free book on hip pain. Go get the exercises or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then you use those, and you can combine them. But remember, those are a little different.
Yeah, and they'll kind of, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So instead of moving people from those to the big book, you move them from the big book to the little lines. You don't need to have like the neck pain ebook. You can say, hey, go get my resource for neck pain, but it's still just an opt-in to go get my video or go get my 5 videos or whatever it is. It's an ebook in different forms.
Yeah.
Like the webinar, like this is an ebook, or it's a bigger book.
And then you take parts of that book and you throw them on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you build it into some sort of marketing.
Yeah. Here's my one tip. So you take that one little thing. Here's one thing you can do today to see if this is your problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still, it's like, if that works, great. That means we can help you. And if it doesn't work, that's also good, because that means that the problem isn't always right where you feel it, and you need another set of eyes. So you always position it as whether it works or not, I know exactly what's wrong once I see you in person.
Yeah.
You know, versus it doesn't work, on physical therapy doesn't work, or Dr. Nielsen's exercises don't work because I tried them. They don't help.
Maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't. But like, I would even say in my ebook, like if I was going to rewrite it today, that's still, my back knee ebook is still almost too much of how to solve your problem rather than what your problem is and why it's important that you do something about it now versus wait. You know what I mean? And that's even the 6th version of a free ebook that I have.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's, if I was going to not even read the one that you just wrote, it would be to look at that and say, okay, is it teaching people what the problem is and why they need to do something about it and giving them hope, or is it teaching them just how to fix it?
Actually, I put a section in there about that. I can't remember how much I dove into that, but maybe.
Yeah, and we would go back and preface and say, try these. If they help, great. That means that we can help you get faster results. If you're finding that they're not really working and don't feel right, then we need to see you in here so we can make sure that they're the right ones for you, because likely it's, you know, pain is being referred from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or there's some other problem. And then it's always like we're predicting. This is taking me 20 years to get the confidence to say, look, I'm going to predict what you're going to feel like. You know, because I used to be like, how can I predict that? Everyone's unique. Well, now that I've seen it enough and seen it through other people, it's like, there's really only 3 options. One, I know exactly what's going on, and when I touch you, it solves your problem because, you know, no one's done that before. 2, you have a systemic issue that's something I can't help. And 3, we just haven't found it yet. You know, and I need, and the patient's hiding something. Why? Either that's they've got back pain and they're not hiding that it's a hip problem, but their body's not showing it. It's not, or they haven't told us some stressor in their life. You use one piece and say, "Go get my book." I mean, I think you can give the books away, and I think you can do like free plus shipping on a big book.
I was thinking about doing that. I don't know if you read when I submitted why I should speak in San Diego.
Did?
But I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about giving it a self MFR with the ball, self myofascial release, and running it like a book funnel, where they have to order the ball. You ship them the ball. Then at the same time, you ask them, where are you suffering from pain? You ship them the ball. They look on the video on how to use it, but then you also send them your book on where they have pain. So now they have 3 things from you. And you run it like a Russell Brunson funnel where they pay you $10 or something, but then you're positioning yourself with, you're gonna read this book, watch this video, use this ball.
Yeah.
You just get so much.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
How do you have any kind of? I really like the idea of his what do they call them, bump box or whatever, the little box below that says. I guess you do that.
Oh yeah, it's a one-click upsell.
Yeah, the one-click.
Yeah,
one-click upsell. I don't know. What would you think about putting in that if you had one? Because that's where my mind goes. I guess you don't need one, but if you could upsell like them, just go ahead and get their treatment.
Free
total body diagnostic.
Oh yeah, eventually with the product that you ship to them.
Because I thought about stuff like that for a little while. I couldn't think of anything that was.
Well, think about this. When you're doing a book, you do the book, and that order bump is the PDF or audiobook, so you can get it immediately. So it's free plus shipping. Plus the order bump is something I can get right now for just a little extra that's worth more.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what that does is that helps cover the cost of shipping the item. So sometimes you take a hit on the free plus shipping, and you're trying to get the average order with the order bump and the upsells. In a clinic setting, it might be the ball, and then it's like, hey, get the ball's gonna come with the training instructions, but get the free how-to video, get the how-to videos for just another $4.95. And so now the order total goes from $7.95 to $12.95.
It's just like the new way of the infomercials that say, but wait,
you can get, but they can download that video training and PDF right now. So it's free plus shipping, all plus book or whatever. And then, hey, you can get the video version of it, the video instructions.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
It's like
all
ultimately
marketing.
getting them
But
into the
it's
clinic.
ultimately it's getting them in the clinic and it's giving them value. But that's what those one-click upsells are for, is to help cover the costs. And a lot of people now are big marketers are running funnels where they know they're going to lose money on the people for the first 2 months, but because their lifetime value of everyone they bring in on average is going to be $1,000, they're willing to spend $70 either in affiliate fees or losses to get them to the funnel. So it's like, hey, you do this now, you get 2 free months of shipping of these supplements, but we know the average person is going to do the supplement subscription for 2 years.
I was thinking of something like for the book, do the book and then have the box be like, hey, you've been giving people like the Great Cook Band and the ball and the stuff like that. Like, hey, click here and for X amount extra, we'll give you like, and then our wow box or whatever you call it of stuff.
Yeah, but people don't need that.
To enhance your whatever that you're going to read in this book.
But my goal isn't to get me to sell them a product. My goal is to get them into the clinic. And an upsell is like, hey, I have a course.
Mm-hmm.
Here, upsell to this other course that you can have. It's my goal for setting this up is, hey, I can help you. Let me indoctrinate you by sending you my ball, teaching you how to use it, teaching you more about why you struggle with pain and what the problem is, and ultimately get you into the clinic. Not let me sell
yourself
more
as a
stuff.
solution to their problem.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the upsell, downsell thing.
Yeah, because you'll find like with the product and an online course, there's more upsells for like how do you adapt that to a clinic, and it's the ultimate goal isn't to sell you things and keep you over there. It's to bring you in and to have a personalized service.
I guess my mind was going more towards, hey, here's this stuff and here's some bonus stuff that you can do to help you out, not necessarily I want you to buy these products.
Is that solving the problem?
Yeah.
Is that solving the problem in a way that maximizes the value and the solution to the problem? You know what I mean? Like I could keep giving you courses to solve your back pain, which is the way that they do it. But is that a solution that can come online, or is that a solution that has to come in person?
No, probably not. It needs to come in person.
So it's not really what I want.
So
I'm
what's
not going to make enough off of that.
Right. So how do you go from free offer to clinic? Everything in between there has to be what's the next logical step?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the next logical step this person needs to take to be able to come and see me? So if there's a logical step between the free book and coming to see me that someone may want to buy, then absolutely it's a good idea. You know, but it's like, is that necessary, or is there something in there that people are going to buy for $20?
Yeah, I think you could do an upsell on there that said, hey, $25 evaluation if you click right now.
Yeah.
And get them in. That's what some
$25 total body, you can get the total body diagnostic or whatever you want, a 20-minute eval for $25, and typically this is a $150 value, and then you get people to pay a little bit, and it just becomes like this, kind of like free consultation, but it's a paid consultation.
Yeah, I would try that.
Would you think about doing like a video consultation where you give somebody a diagnosis, barring the fact you haven't been able to put hands on them, so that waters it down a little bit?
I think you have to be. That's a legal thing.
I would do that as a talk to a PT first style thing. We're like, hey, we can do a free consultation, but I need to see if they're out of the state, then you can't do like diagnosis. But if they're in state, it's like we can do a video or a phone call. It's like, let's get you free. Talk to a PT. Talk to the doctor. I mean, talk to the doctor is probably talk to the doctor first. Probably go test that on my website right now instead of talk to PT first. Talk to the doctor first. Oh shit, I don't get to talk to my doctor.
You're busy enough though that it's like, I just want you in the clinic.
Yeah.
Talk on the phone. Just get in here.
Let's get info.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Alright, you guys ready to do some stuff? Alright, well. Hope that was helpful.